It's the Gear Tester here. In this video I'd like to discuss the usefulness, the benefits of a headlamp in a wilderness emergency. First thing a headlamp is going to do is it's going to help you avoid that medical emergency because it's hands-free. So rather than having one of my hands taken up as I'm walking and I'm using my light to see, and then if I fall or stumble or something, being afraid I'm going to drop my flashlight, so I only catch myself with one hand. Or for instance, if I'm hiking up a hillside and I begin to slip, only grabbing with one hand to try and hold myself so I don't slip down the hillside or tumble down something. I've got both hands free to catch myself, to stop myself from having a major medical emergency. I might scrape my hands up, I might get hurt. Another thing that having your hands free is going to do is you're going to be able to hold them up around your face, your head. If you're going through a very brushy area, that's going to help you from getting branches, poking your eyes, scratching your face, causing you to lose your balance. So the first thing a headlamp is going to do is that the hands-free nature of the headlamp is going to allow you to avoid a serious injury. Of course, it's going to do exactly what a flashlight's going to do for you. Any flashlight's going to do is it's going to allow you to see what's going on around you, in whether it's night, whether you're in a cave, whether you're in a low-light environment, something like that. The second thing a headlamp's going to do for you that I think is really beneficial is the fact that it's going to allow you to respond to a medical emergency much better than if you're having to use a flashlight and then you're only able, again, to be able to use one hand or the other. Now you can hold a flashlight like this, wow, but that means that if you need to open your mouth and communicate with the person you're working on, or to yell for help if you're hurt and you've got the flashlight in your mouth trying to self-help, the benefits of a headlamp are that you're able to verbally communicate without trying to keep that flashlight in your mouth, and you got both your hands free. That can become particularly important if you are hurt and you're trying to apply something like a tourniquet, or you're trying to take care of yourself. Maybe you're using athletic tape or something like that to stop a wound. You're trying to apply a bandage onto a hurt hand or a leg. Being able to see and have your hands free is going to be very, very beneficial, particularly if you're working on another person. Maybe you're out backpacking or hiking with another person. They fall down a bank or a hillside. They trip and they puncture a portion of their body with a sharp stick or rock. Maybe they break an ankle, or maybe they're knocked unconscious. You being able in a low light or dark situation to be able to see what you're doing as you're trying to maybe apply a tourniquet, as you're trying to bandage a wound, as you're trying to apply pressure to a wound in a dark situation, as you're attempting to perform CPR on the individual that's hurt, and as you're waiting for help, the headlamp's going to allow you to see what's going on. It's going to work as a beacon directing people to you, and it's going to allow you to have that hands-free feature that's going to increase your survivability and the people that may be working on you or that you may be working on. I would definitely recommend that you have a headlamp with you when you head out into the woods on a backpacking, day hike trip, or whether even maybe a car camping trip. Headlamps are really, really useful. I've had some friends that are in the medical field that have gone on Christian mission trips, and they really benefited from having a headlamp in situations where the electricity went out, and they've been in a third world country attempting to administer medical aid to people. Petzl headlamps have been very beneficial to them. I've used a couple different brands of headlamps over the years. I have the most experience with Petzl headlamps. I would definitely recommend them to you. To the best of my knowledge, Petzl is not producing a waterproof headlamp. If they are, and you know about it, leave a comment down below. I'd be really interested in a waterproof headlamp from Petzl. There are other companies. Surefire is one of those companies. The St. Minimus headlamp, which I don't have any experience with, but I'm hoping to get my hands on one, is a great headlamp from everything I've read about it. I do like the Surefire handheld lights. They are very bright, brighter than these headlamps. One of the things I like about the Petzl headlamps is that they have a very long run time. With just 3 AAA batteries in them, they've got a long run time. They have variable amounts of light output, which they're going to put. They've got some signaling options there. I like the Petzl headlamps. I think it's more important that you have a headlamp, even if it's a cheaper headlamp. These are going to run around $60, maybe $35 and up to over like $150 for these Petzl headlamps, depending on the version that you get. But there are a lot of other headlamps out there that you can purchase for $20 or $15. I think it's more important to have a headlamp, something that will attach to your head, than it is to have any particular brand. Again, waterproof. I think there'd be a huge benefit to having a waterproof headlamp. I think headlamps are going to do those two things. You got the hands-free feature. You're going to be able to prevent serious injury because you're able to use your hands to protect yourself in the case of falling, in the case of being struck in the face by branches or debris. And then they're also a headlamp's going to allow you to respond to a serious emergency in a wilderness situation much better, again, because you've got your hands free. If you like this video, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I've got a number of other videos up on wilderness medicine. You can go to my channel and look for the playlist entitled Wilderness Medicine by TheGearTester. You can also just put into the search box on YouTube TheGearTester, all one word, and Wilderness Medicine, and that will bring up most of these videos. Thank you very much for your views and your subscriptions. My goal is to produce quality video reviews of shooting, camping, and survival gear. This is TheGearTester signing off.